3, 2.
Today we're getting the Frag 45.2 completely up and running. We're going to take the water from our dream build, move it over here to the Frag tank. We've got our Frag racks in place, and we're going to set up the skimmer, the pump, the heater, the ATO system. This thing's going to be fully up and running today in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
Hey. Welcome to Waterbox Live. I took over that one because you were preoccupied.
It's just. I wish you knew the conversation that happens before they push that button that says we're live. All right.
All right, welcome to Waterbox. Today
little
we're
sidetracked,
spending
are
Frag.
Listen,
Focus. Focus. Okay.
They think
Share
I'm
the
80.
stream.
They think I'm 84 years old.
Mm-hmm. That's what the cake said.
That's what the cake said. Oh my God.
Okay.
Listen, Reefapalooza, we're back, guys. Listen, we are back.
Yes, we're in California this weekend.
Man.
We're back now, setting up our Frag. It was great. We got to see a lot of Waterbox owners on the West
A
Coast.
lot.
Meet a lot of new people. Everyone loved Waterbox, of course. When they see it, they love it. It's beautiful. It was a really, really good show. So.
They were enamored at the quality of the tanks. I mean, we had the 5-foot pro there. They were checking it out. They were just loving it, Rich. I'm telling you, it was, missed out.
The pros are always a showstopper.
Showstopper.
You guys light them up real nice, and everyone, they can't help it.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. We also had the freshwater cabinet there for people to see, and they were blown away also at the quality of the new freshwater.
So. Yeah, it was great because we've met a lot of dealers and just end users that we haven't, Waterbox owners that we haven't seen before. So it was our first time out on the West Coast. And
yeah, so the West Coast representing.
It was a good show, so we're glad to be there. But we are back, which means we are doing the rest of the second
of 3 on the 45.2 Frag series, guys. I can't stress enough, 10% off this one model only that we're showing everybody.
Yes.
So if you're in the market and you're thinking about it, get it while supplies last.
A lot of people are asking, why are you highlighting a tank that's being discontinued? Well, Dean just said it. It's on sale.
10%
It is
off.
on sale, yeah.
But also, we're talking about aquaculture.
Of course, right? So we're going to teach you guys about aquaculture and how to frag corals, and next week's show is going to be fantastic. It's going to be literally one of the best live streams we've done. Jess is going to get behind a saw and start chopping corals.
Cutting up some corals, gluing them down on my front plug, showing you some of the cool stuff about that. But in order to get to that point, you got to have a tank set up. So this week we are actually...
You should have a tank.
should have a tank. So we got to take our steps here. So today we're actually getting it filled with the equipment and everything. And we have a great surprise with our Frag Rack that's in there.
Yeah,
Something
we should
very,
give...
very, very special.
We need to give a shout out to Zen Reef.
Yes.
Okay, so Zen Reef here on the screen hooked us up with a custom Frag Rack for this tank, and we're going to show it to you here in a minute. It is unbelievable.
Perfectly fit,
the
cut
quality.
around, it's gorgeous. He did this just for this tank. We really appreciate him helping us with this.
Yeah, so Tuan is the owner. He specializes in acrylic accessories. He does standard and custom. He also has like magnetic standalones, coral transporters, probe holders, plugs. He's got everything, and he's based out of Texas, here in US of A.
Yeah, we looked at his shop and we were first talking about it. Like, he's got some really cool stuff, like transport that fit into buckets and like little holders. Like if you're going to a frag show, like Reefapalooza, that you can actually put the frags that you purchase in and have them in a set container. So it's some really cool stuff, and all different sizes of the frag racks and custom stuff. So
yeah, his website is zen-reef.com. He's going to be at MACNA next weekend. So if you're,
so are we.
And so are we, and there will be a lot of Waterbox at MACNA.
Yes.
Oh my God.
There is a lot.
We were counting the booths the other day of it, and I think we got like 9, 10 plus
it just keeps adding, and next thing you
there.
know, there's going to be Waterbox everywhere, so it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Guys, share the stream. Also comment. Rich is going to be flipping back and forth from YouTube and Facebook, reading comments, doing shout-outs.
I'm not texting anybody, you guys. I'm actually
watching
the comments.
We promise.
I'm on both Facebook and YouTube watching the comments, and of course I'm sharing the stream as you should be as well.
Absolutely. So what are we going to do today, right? So we're going to take our dream build water, we're going to move it over, we're going to hook the skimmer up, we're going to hook the pump up, the lighting, pretty much corals are arriving next week, so we need to get this thing up and running fast.
Yes.
And we're just going to kind of marry over to the, the 2 tanks.
Yep, and as we do it, we'll explain kind of why we're doing the transfer of water, and we also have seeded some bio balls for the last couple weeks.
Very important thing you just said there, Jess.
So the first thing we're going to do though, because we want to get this up and running and starting to fill, is we're going to shut the 230 down real quick, pump, skimmer, and the power heads, and then start draining the water over to the frag while we do everything else so that we can get that moving. Then I'll kind of explain like our bio ball setup and what we're going to do with that to help seed this, since we are kind of moving at a faster pace with the setup of this one.
Yeah, normally, right, you're not going to have the ability to do this unless you already have an established tank and you're adding a frag tank to your system, which a lot of Waterbox owners are doing, Rich. They have one of our Reefs or our Pro series, and they're saying they're buying the frag and they're putting it next to it.
Yes.
So this is a great way to kind of put the two together.
And we are not using any live rock with this frag system, which would usually bring in some of your good bacteria and stuff. So this is why we're kind of doing it this way. We're going to take water from this established tank because there is some free-floating amount of bacteria, and it's just going to be established water, and set it up with here. And it's going to equal a water change for our 220 or 230 build, and just get us going a little bit faster with this one.
Yes.
Siphon on through.
So I also hooked up here right before the show started. I hooked up our Viper return pump. So we have all the plumbing. Once again, the 45.2 comes with everything, right? Comes with the tank, the cabinet, the plumbing, and the sump. So no glue. We simply hooked up the fittings nice and tight. I got the AC pump. I had to cut the flex line to hook it up right. I got my heater we just put in there. We still need to hook up the ATO and the skimmer.
Yeah, so ATO and skimmer we still have to put in there, and that way we have it in place and ready to go with that. As with all of our sumps, it's got the ATO reservoir built into the sump. So with one unit, you've got it automatically topping off. And what we did is we actually took our equipment from previous builds that we had taken down or changed around and are moving it over to this system. So we're actually using the Nios 120 skimmer, Viper pump, the XP Aqua ATO for this one. And then of course our Plus Edition, which is with the Hydrolite.
Yes, so we got the AI Hydra 26. We also downloaded the blueprint for the tank as well, so on the website. So we got the lighting schedule. I did manually override it because it actually is going to sleep at this point.
Yeah, so we got to redo our lighting schedule in our lobby because our shows are now at 6 p.m.
Yeah, so we're having to readjust
all of our
a little
tanks
bit.
are going to bed at 6, and now we're trying to do shows around them. So we're probably going to have to extend our lighting schedule here. But with the Nios, I'm just going to go ahead and put that in place because once we get this running, we're just going to flip everything on. I'm going to pass you the plug back here.
Got it.
There's tons of room in this sump. Like we got a skimmer in here. We still have room. We could put a torque reactor in here and any other equipment. The heater's going to be down here. So plenty of room on this 45 sump with a nice big sump for all your equipment.
Cindy says it's about time you guys come on later in the day. So people
There you
are
go.
liking the
Everyone seems very
late
happy with the
time.
new time, so
It's a bit of adjustment for us, but that's okay because we'll do anything, right?
we'll
That's
do
it.
anything to
We're
make
committed.
sure. Committed.
So also take a closer look, guys, at this Frag Rack. I mean,
Yes.
how cool is this? So it was custom made to fit around our overflow box. It's angled. He gives you like 2 options if you want to lay it flat. You don't have to have it angled, but we have it up on an angle so you can kind of display them a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
it did have a couple sets of legs to give you choices, also height and if it's angled or not.
But very, very neat. And you can see they've got these like plastic like tension things in there that hold, so when the plug slides in there, it kind of locks it in. And
Yeah, so they're not going to get blown out of the
Right.
Fish will knock them out, your snails won't, whatever you have in here, they're not going to go anywhere. And with this one, you can see it's like a lot of frag spots, and they're really close together. This is very similar to what you would see at like a frag show, where you're trying to display a ton of them in one spot. So we're going to end up getting in some corals and frag them down into little frags, just kind of show you different types of corals of how they're being cut. And that's all happening next week, which is going to be really fun. So it's like live coral cutting happen next week.
Yeah, so very, very neat. And the reason I said that we're able to get this whole tank up and running and put corals in right away is because pretty much I'm taking this big tank and I'm just transferring it over to this little one. So it's gonna happen very quickly. So there's no
right,
real
and we're
downtime.
also not really planning to put like a lot of fish or anything in here.
Right.
So we're not gonna have a bio load. And once this is all set up, and also we get some of the water down into the sump, I'm gonna take those bio balls from the big tank here, move them over into the sump, and then that way all that good bacteria that goes on there is actually gonna transfer over. So we want to keep them mostly submerged, so I don't want to take them out just yet. But I'm just trying to get our sensor there for the ATO, and that'll top off. I'm going to hand you this back there.
Yeah, right. Okay.
There you go. Everything's all set.
I'll take the slack.
All right,
Does anybody have any questions, Rich?
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to post a link right now for Kelly. She's asking what kind of, she says off topic, but she's asking which LED strips we used on the tanks in the Cube Battle, but also we use them in all the shows, we use them in all these tanks
true.
here
Yeah,
too.
we use them in all of our cabinets.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to post that link right now for her.
It's really nice because it's just a real easy way to get some lighting under your cabinet, and just the fact that you can change the color and do some cool disco themes and stuff is a little bonus. But
cool.
we put it on pretty much all of our cabinets, so when we're under there, just click them on to whatever color, and you can actually see quite a bit better on there. But I'm going to show, so what I did a couple weeks ago when we decided that we wanted to set up this frag and that we weren't going to use live rock or anything like that, and we were kind of going to do it in a fast way, is I took some bags of bio balls and I actually put them into the sump of here, and I've let them just stay there for a couple weeks. And what this does is the surface area is naturally going to grow the good beneficial bacteria that would be like on live rock and other surfaces. It's going to be on those bio balls. So this is going to now allow me to take them and transfer it right to this and have that biological in place as if there was live rock or already established tank. So this is kind of a trick if you need to fast set up something or transfer things over. If you can seed some bio balls first, it's going to be of a benefit, and I'm not going to fit that in there. Give me a cup.
Yep. Come right.
So I wedged them under the filter sock that's in here just so that they would stay submerged, because you do want them to stay mostly submerged to grow all the different types of bacteria on there. And I'm going to try and keep it mostly wet the whole time. I have to say, after our sump cleaning, this sump looks very nice under here.
Yeah, y'all
Very,
remember.
very clean
Listen,
from our sump. Oh my God, okay.
can I tell you how many people came up to me at Reefapalooza? Listen,
Oh my God.
they came up to me, fans of the show, right? And they're like, "Oh, Dean, we watched you pour water all over the floor of your lobby with the shop vac that backed up and blew water all over."
That was the most remembered thing right now is
Yeah.
everyone was asking if we ruined our floor, that they loved our show, and that we made a complete mess out of that episode.
Yeah, they
So,
love that. That's their favorite part, they said.
I'm glad that people loved it. We heard that probably like 15, 20 times about that previous episode. But our sump does look nice. So I had 3 bags of bio balls in here, which is a pretty good amount of surface area. And those will transfer right over into this sump over there.
CD has a different question about not these systems, but is asking on the Marine 35.1, says reef ready sump. Does that mean it's included, or does it just have the plumbing for it?
Included.
It is included.
It is
So is the
included,
sump.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sump, plumbing, cabinet, and the aquarium itself.
So all the sizes of Marine Up have your plumbing and your sump included with the tank and the cabinet. So it
Yeah.
is full, ready to go. Put your equipment, put your water in. And on our site, we have blueprints for all the different models. So it's got the pump and the skimmer and all that we would recommend for it. So it's really easy to, in one whole swoop, just pretty much have.
Yeah, we do have pumps for
Everything.
those. I think we probably have, would it be correct to say we have Seachi models that would fit, Seachi and Nios, right?
CJ would be for our all-in-ones, and then we have the Nios, the Vipers for the Marines, and then Vectras for the larger ones. So, but there are pump recommendations and skimmer ones for all the different sizes that have a sump. So.
XGD is asking, where can you purchase Waterbox aquariums from?
Everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. What country are you in, first of all? But
Yeah.
Let's ask where are you
depends
calling
what
from?
country you're from, but if you do head to waterboxaquariums.com, you can either buy from our website if you're in the US or Europe, or if you Want to find an authorized dealer? Top left of the website, there is a link to find a dealer.
Yeah, you know, the other thing that I gotta highlight, guys, we offer financing on these aquariums, right? If you are in the US of A and you hit waterboxaquariums.com, you can finance right now pretty much anything on the website. Check that out. It's just a
waterboxaquariums.com/financing. You can get your rate right there. It doesn't affect your credit score.
Doesn't affect the credit at all.
So if you want to go check that out, we do have 12-month 0%, which is a no-brainer.
Come on now, listen.
Doesn't affect your credit score. 12 months, 0%, win-win.
Win-win. So we're almost, it's slowly getting up there, Jess.
I can put another pump in to pump more water if you want. Should we?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Well, I have this one. I can move it over to.
A little slow.
Filling our tanks is always the slowest part. Like that just shows how easy it is to set a tank up. Is when filling the water is the slowest, hardest part.
Yeah.
Not slow, but the slowest part. So I'm gonna take this pump. Meh. Yeah, show off some of the corals.
Yeah, man, listen, these corals are doing
looking
so
pretty
well
good.
in this pro tank. It's unbelievable.
You know, this tank's been set up for over a year.
Has it really?
Or yeah, it's right about a year is when we set it up because I saw
It's
it
gorgeous.
pop up in my
It's
time lock.
absolutely gorgeous, guys.
Yeah, we always talk about it, and I always like never remember like the exact date that we actually like set it up. So I'm gonna take this pump. I'm gonna just go ahead and fill the sump with this one,
Okay.
just to kind of speed the process up a little bit. If you will go plug it in.
I have a couple of people asking about the price of this frag system here, so I'm going to go ahead and post that link for you as well.
Tell
Tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead. So this will just help speed it up a little bit with filling the sump up. Once everything's in place and ready to go, we put the bio balls in, we turn it on. And we will still seed this with some bacteria, extra bacteria, just to be on the safe side. But like I said, we are moving a lot of good natural bacteria over with those bio balls.
Mm-hmm.
This Frag Rack looks so sleek in here.
Dude, I love it.
I know, the black matches
love it.
everything.
Dude, Zen Reef knocked it out of the park, man.
It
on
fits
this
so
thing.
perfect.
Love it. Looks really, really
It's
nice.
gonna look really cool when it's full of frags.
Brian says, good afternoon, love these shows.
Love having you. All right, so now we're flowing over.
We also have the new sock silencers, right? We talk about that.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't see, we posted on our Facebook page. We also posted in our group and Instagram. We did just release our new sock silencers. So if you have a reef or a peninsula, if you head over to our website, they are available for order now. They'll be in sometime in September, but they keep those 4-inch socks really quiet because we do have that cascading sump design, which is by design. But some people said they were too loud, so we do have an available product for that. And future productions will include that product. So if you're buying a few months from now, they're already going to be included in the tank. And if you're worried about whether or not your system's going to include it now, just reach out to us and we'll let you know.
And also, it is universal size, so it can be used
Yeah.
across the board. So.
Yeah, it's just for a standard 4-inch sock. So if you have a different kind of tank, you can use it there also.
And we're about to start.
But if you
hitting
do have a
over.
different tank, get you a water box.
Yeah, you'd rather have a water box. We'll get you one of those, and you got one.
Are we getting close on this pump? I can't see.
No, not on the pump yet. It's just the tank is gonna start draining down soon. So like 1-2 more minutes, we'll be filled up and be able to turn this system on.
Okay.
And then, like I said, what we'll do is we'll pretty much essentially doing a water change on our big tank.
Kyle Cooley says he saw you guys at Reefapalooza. Casey Reef says hello.
Ah, yes. Yes.
I mean, we got to meet a lot of great people.
Lot of people.
So
That's one of the coolest things about going to the shows. You know, we've been doing
you
the
get
show
to
for
meet-
over
yeah.
a year now.
Yeah.
We're up to like close to 110 episodes, and all these people have watched them. And when you go to these shows,
Yeah.
you actually get to meet them. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. That's why I love when they comment, you know, so we get to know who they are.
Yeah.
yeah, lots of
we-
like, what's
we
your name
encourage
on
the
here? What's
comments.
your like handle? And I'm like, oh my goodness, yes. You know, we're used to seeing you guys in here and shouting out. And I love hearing how people have learned so much from our shows too, and they love how
Yes,
educational
yes.
it is, and you know, just seeing us do stuff. Go ahead and kick it on.
Kick.
We don't
Turn
get
the pump off?
Pump on.
Oh,
The main
Hold on.
pump.
come on.
live. Don't worry, Dean. It's just live.
It's live. Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna flood the place again.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Hold on. Hold on.
Nope.
Hold on. Forgot forgot which plug it was.
My goodness.
And that one's still there.
That one's still in. I'm not sure if we still need it. Probably for a quick second we will. All right, just like that. And that's going to be for the tank.
The Nios Viper pump is an AC pump that we're using. We actually pulled it off one of our other tanks that we broke down. We're kind of reusing a lot of the equipment that you saw in some of the other
Yeah,
builds.
if we've done a build and we kind of took it down or changed it around, we'll take that equipment and use it on something new that we're doing. So this is starting to fill a little bit. Skimmer's already kind of kicking on. I'm gonna go ahead and
That's good.
there we go. It hit the sensor for the ATO, so we'll know it's about the right height for that. And we'll adjust in the turn. So the good thing with all our water box is you can hear it's loud right now as it's draining down. Once you dial that in with the gate valve on all of our systems, it runs essentially silent. So whenever you dial it in, if it's out like that, just means it needs to be adjusted with the valve.
Yeah.
But otherwise you will
Maybe
not
you can see
hear
that,
it.
Keenan, if you come over here with the camera. I'll move this over so you can see. Looking down that overflow box, and I can kind of explain how this works a little bit, if you can kind of see in there. So this pipe right here in the middle is the main drain, right? And then this pipe that's open right there is the emergency drain. So we want to keep the water level in that box right below this pipe right here. So, and there's a big gate valve underneath, so you just slowly turn it and that water level will adjust in the box up and down. And that's how we get the tank to go whisper quiet on us. So I'm going to throttle it back a hair. To get this thing really get quiet on us.
All right, and I just turned this on. We're doing filling with a 6 foot backup.
New tank and a water change all in one shot.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's
all
pretty good.
in
That's
one.
not too shabby, man. This one need a water
That's called
change anyway.
efficiency.
Efficiency, yes, exactly. When you have a lot of tanks.
Petra says, does the AI Prime freshwater light have a 24-hour cycle? What I think they mean by that is, does it have the same timer capability? And the answer would be yes.
Yeah, it has all the same functions and everything. It's just on more on the freshwater spectrum of the LEDs, like the reds
Yeah,
and
that's the
stuff.
big difference, is the spectrum, right?
So I'm gonna go ahead and
Tighten it, close the valve a little bit more.
close it out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, and small adjustments do go a long way. So when you are dialing in your plumbing, you don't have to do a big turn. Do a small turn, give it a couple minutes, and then adjust from there. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take these bags of bio balls and actually place like one each in the filter sock area so they do stay submerged. So by doing this, we're introducing and putting in all this surface area of good bacteria so that we are stabilizing this quite a bit. And just know, like, your skimmer will probably go crazy for a little bit and will have to be adjusted. So what it's doing right now is normal, and we'll just have to adjust it. Sometimes you can leave it off like the first thing if you need to until everything's running at the right level. And then
You
this
tighten
one here,
also that valve when you get a chance.
tighten a little bit more.
Tighten a little more.
And that one I'll put back there. And tighten that. When you do your skimmers, if your water level is too high or it's bubbling over too much, you open the valve more. And this is lowering your water level. If you need to bring your water level up, you basically close that adjustment, and that's going to bring your water level back up. So you can open and close and you're adjusting it. And it's going to go a little bit crazy, usually when you first set up a tank. It's called the break-in cycle. I found with Nios, the quantum skimmers, like seriously, like within a day, it's dialed in nice and perfect. So it doesn't have a long break-in period like some of the other ones.
Kelly's asking, are the sock silencers available for the 80.4? And those are 4-inch, so
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
they'll fit all the Frag system.
Frag, Reef, and the Peninsula
Yeah.
will all fit these silencers.
And we've had
So-
some people ask naturally why we don't have them for the 7-inch filter socks. And that's just because they don't have the same noise issues
Correct.
from our testing that the 4-inch do.
Yeah. Just like that. I just need to close it a little bit more.
Close a
You know
little
what's
bit more.
funny about
Yep.
that, Jess, is I wonder if a lot of these, our viewers have understand how loud tanks used to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Back in the day, man, it sounded like Niagara Falls.
Actually, it sounded like
Trickles get complaints now. It used to sound like, like
Man,
you said, Niagara Falls
flushing
coming.
the toilet 24 hours a day, man.
Yeah, standard overflows. Like basically, it sounded like a toilet constantly flushing, and you just kind of got used to it. Like you're just like, oh, there, and it feels, like it's just the way it was. So actually having like a completely quiet system, like that little bit of trickle you might hear from the filter socks or your pumps, seems so much louder because your tank's not loud.
We've advanced to the point where now we're trying to quiet the trickling.
The trickling of the water.
Exactly.
So. Okay, so this is just gonna fill. That one just has to dial in a little bit more.
Yeah, I keep.
It's just small adjustments.
I had it wide open too when we started. So it'll go here in just a few minutes.
Looks really good though. Like
Any
right
questions,
next
guys?
to this.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. How you have these two tanks like side by side.
Yep.
So as your corals grow in there, you can start fragging them, putting them in here, grow them even bigger. Trade them, sell them.
It's just nice because they match the cabinets. At the
Start
same
more
height,
tanks with them.
Same beautiful glass, everything. So we can
Ryan
just
just ordered his 20-gallon cube stand today.
So we're gonna let this fill. This we can adjust as we go, and then go ahead and back in and let this finish up.
Yeah, we're almost there on the dialed in. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hold on.
A little bit more. All right.
Should be
Looks good.
Very, very good. And just like that, Jess, the Frag 45.2.
45.2 is
It's
up
alive.
and running. It's
alive.
seeded with bacteria. It's alive. And we are doing a water change on our pro tank.
Zane
right
says,
next to it.
who am I watching set all this up? I've only recently found your page. It's Jess, Dean, and Rich, man.
Come on, man.
Hey.
It's just Dean and
The
Rich.
one and onlys. Yes. So
Oh my goodness.
go watch all of our
couldn't
videos and
help
get to
it
know
without
us really well.
Listen, come on now, listen. Come on now. So, also, if you have any questions, we are gonna bring back the Ask Jess segment.
Yeah, we gotta get back into our
We gotta
segments.
get back into our swing of things a
Because
little
we
bit.
have Fish of the Week we've been missing,
Yeah.
kind of when we switched to the new time at 6, so we're gonna get back in our schedule of that. We have Ask Jess, which is a segment we're doing. Send your emails to askjess@waterboxaquariums.com. We're gonna start working on getting those answered again. I'll still respond to you too on the email.
You know what's funny
but-
about that is someone just recently said you guys should go live every day of the week.
Oh my goodness.
And here we are talking about we need to get back in our segments because we do actually do other things
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You know, these guys were just in California at a trade show. We got another trade show here in
Yeah.
Orlando.
We all
Max,
do a lot of different things throughout Waterbox throughout the day, and then we
Yeah.
come here and we come on here and do the show, set up tanks, and now we have another tank to maintain. Well, I have another tank to maintain, and we do a lot of stuff. So
Well,
I mean,
listen,
it's a
Eel
lot
Island-
to be. Eel Island is on
This
Friday.
Friday.
And that's keeping us really busy. Like now we have fish in there.
6 foot
This is
peninsula.
a 6-foot peninsula. We're now into the maintenance part of having to do it. We've got everything running. We've got fish in there.
$10,000 giveaway, right? So we should also remind everybody, dude, hop over to waterboxaquariums.com. There it is, /Eel
Don't
Island.
know, now you know.
Yeah,
Listen,
if you don't know about this
Enter
menu,
your email address.
binge watch our episodes, get up to date, answer the questions.
Somebody is going to win the ultimate giveaway of $10,000, a 6-foot peninsula with all the gear, guys. I'm talking salt for a year, supplements for a year. I mean, skimmers,
There's tons
reactors,
of ways
RO
to get
units,
tons of ways to get the
Live
entries
Aquaria
in
gift
there.
card.
Live Aquaria gift card. I mean, this is incredible, and one lucky winner.
And not to mention what is happening this week.
Oh my goodness.
The whole point of the name of this show is happening this week. So the fishermen arriving this week is absolutely epic. I cannot wait until we do it. And that is Friday at 12. So you must tune in. I know it's not 6 p.m., but we need you at 12. We got to check this out. So
Big.
it's gonna be
Big,
really
big,
fun.
big. We got MACNA right around the corner next week, guys. So if you're in the Orlando area, come see us at MACNA. There's going to be Waterbox everywhere. We're going to be up at OSA for his birthday bash. The following week after that, we're going to Aquashella, Chicago.
Got lots going on. Always busy.
We're heading overseas, man. Come on, like it's crazy,
Not
Rich.
enough time in the day.
It is so crazy. Guys, thank you so much. Remember, 10% off the Frag 45.2 while supplies last. I'm telling you, they are going fast. So go in, get some financing, get your 45.2.
And next week we're cutting coral.
We're cutting coral, guys.
Cutting coral.
Set your calendar, 6 o'clock next Wednesday. You're going to see Jess cutting it up.
That's right.
That's right. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you soon.
See ya.